And here is one for the teachers. I hope I did this right. Okay, I know you're on holiday. Yeah! Bravo, you deserve the break. Thank you for all that you do. And I also know that there are teachers still teaching. 12th grade, 9th grade, they're all still in school. You're amazing. You're superb. We appreciate you. Today, I'm going to talk about disruption in the classroom. The students who have disruptive behaviors and there are teachers who manage, condone, and live with it. It should not be so. If your class is constantly disrupted, there is a possibility students are not learning. You may be teaching, but you're teaching yourself. They are not learning. So you want to have a class that is orderly, but of high impact. And I'm here to share with you tips that will help you run a system that is highly interactive, orderly, learning is going on, but not stressful. Do you have students who disrupt your classroom? Try one or all of the following 10 tips for you today. Number 1, be the disruptor. Yes. It's your class, it's your territory, you're the master. So if there should be disruption, it should come from you, not your students. Be the master, be the disruptor. How can you do that? High level engagement. If your students are permanently engaged, you have reduced or eliminated disruption. Students disrupt the class when they are idle, they are bored, they are irritable, they lose focus, there's nothing for them to do. That's when they begin to misbehave. But when, as a master teacher, you plan to make every minute useful, you're accountable for every minute they spend in your class, then there will be less disruption. So as a teacher, you should plan for every minute of the time you spend with your students, whether in primary or secondary or anywhere at all. So you become the disruptor by having high level engagement. Even if you step out of the class, they should be engaged doing something. If you turn around to write on the board, they should be doing something. And I'm going to give you an example. I may want to write notes on the board and they are not writing with me. What I will do is say to my students, bring out the science textbooks, open to chapter 5, read and answer all the questions. I always give them more work and less time so they don't finish and start acting out. And I'll let them know I will be asking questions. So everyone is doing something while I am doing something. There's no time to make noise. The next thing I will do is remind them of the rules. That's number 2. I have given them a task. I'm going to remind them of the rules. Please remember, we have agreed as a class, if you need to stand up, you raise your hand, you call my name. If you stand up without doing that, there are consequences, right? I will mention the consequences. So in one swoop, I have given them a task. I have reminded them of the rules. I have mentioned the consequences. And if there are rewards, I will mention. So while I'm working, they should be working and not making noise or fighting or acting out. So be the disruptor. Ensure that they are highly engaged all the time. Number 2, look for the triggers. Something If you check, you will see that something causes the disruption. What is it? When does it happen? How does it happen? What happens before that? What's the cause of the disruption? When you identify these triggers, you can manage them because you know what it is. So you can take it out, right? You can pull it out, and then there will be peace. Check your seating arrangement. Number 3, sometimes a simple act, rearrangement, moving them around can give you peace. 2 friends together is equal to disruption. 2 people who don't like each other is equal to disruption. Everything matters in the classroom. So check. Do I need to move some of them around? Very important. The noise maker cannot be at the back of the class. That should be your neighbor in front. So seat assignment can help bring peace to your class. Check how they are seated. I have talked about knowing your students in my other videos. Watch my videos. If you know your students, some students come to school not ready to learn. And they know they will be punished if they make trouble. So they make trouble, so they are punished, and they don't have to learn. That's not what you want. You are teaching, and they must learn. If you know them, you can cut all of this by a simple conversation, motivation, counseling, that talk. You never know where they're coming from. Some of them are bringing issues from home. So knowing your students, talking to them, advising them can help eliminate disruption in the classroom. So it is important that you know your student. And then if you know them, you can also guide them. I heard of a story where a child kept on asking for permission to go use the restroom. At some point, the teacher just concluded, no, this child does not want to learn, and she messed up herself. Only to discover after that the child actually has bladder issues. You need to know your students so you can well manage them. Very important. Positive reinforcement. When you mention the consequences for bad behavior, let them know that if we work together and we finish this, then we can do this and that. They love that too. They love to be appreciated. So you should always have rewards for good behavior. Have good control of your class. You cannot be distracted for too long. I see teachers pressing phone in the classroom. I could actually sack a teacher for that. You are there for a purpose. Focus on it. Take control. Be in command. So if you're busy, don't be busy for too long. You can't write notes for 20 minutes and not turn around and not walk around and not reach every corner. You are in front. You should also be behind, to the left, to the right. Good control and command of the class. Your eye contact should make sense, should send a message. Your voice, your tone should send a message. In fact, if you turn, children should begin to arrange themselves. So a good teacher should have control. Even if you leave that class for a minute, they should be ordered because they know and they respect you. All right, so that's very important. Use students as supervisors. This works all the time. I know, for example, if I have students who have short attention span, I immediately move them to sit with very orderly students. So someone is always, we have group work, right? Someone is always calling the group to action. Someone would say, have you finished? Because as a group, you will present together. You have to work together. Nobody should leave the other person behind, right? So there is always somebody managing a certain group. Use leadership. Your students are amazing leaders. Some of them are even better than our teachers, right? So use them. I identify them, I place them strategically, and I use them to manage my classroom so there is less disruption in the classroom. Give breaks to students. It is unfair to expect a young person, a young adult, or even a child to sit for 45 minutes, sometimes an hour. Your class should be highly interactive, high impact, high movement, high quality learning. So they sit for a bit, they should be able to get up either to speak or to write or to work as a group. They should write something, so give those breaks so they're not totally bored and tired and stressed. You're not colorful. I always tell teachers, okay, this is the cartoon age, right? They are used to highly colorful, quick moving, images. Very intelligent ones too. So you're not that person. You're not that colorful. So make your class highly interactive and even colorful. There should be movement. Give them breaks. Please take them out. They can go learn somewhere, go to the lab, go to the library, go under a tree, take a walk around. You will be amazed how well they will learn when your class is highly involving and highly interactive. And lastly, I think I just mentioned that, keep your class, your lessons, action-packed. Even your tone. There's some teachers you listen to as an adult and you want to sleep. Imagine children listening to them. Pack action to that classroom. It will totally eliminate disruption, because even when there is something going on, it will be organized and planned disruption, and you will be the master disruptor. Maria Onya, the EDU-TRIBE channel. I hope you learned something today. Remember, subscribe right now and turn on that notification sign so you see my next video. Be a disruptor, run that show, and let children learn, help them learn at the highest level possible and give you the results that you deserve. God bless you and see you in my next video. EDU-TRIBE, subscribe.